We moved from your projection for the BJP, if Lok Sabha elections were held today, to the state of play for the opposition. Now, this finding really surprised me. I thought India alliance redundant hai. But 65% of those you surveyed say it should continue, which means this country wants a
That's
strong
the aspiration of
opposition.
the people.
Yeah.
Barkha, that's what the people aspire for. People want a strong opposition. You see, the irony is that they are unable to rise up to the occasion. They are unable to rise up to the expectation of the people. Even, and Barkha, by the way, this is not a partisan result. Even a
Yeah.
huge majority of the BJP supporters, they want a formidable opposition because they feel that BJP works better when there is a strong opposition. They just do not want BJP to run away with this and become complacent and become overconfident and take everybody for granted. That's the
Yeah.
beauty of India. You see, when I look at the data, every time I go to the people and analyze the data, I actually come out very humble. I look at the numbers and there are so many preconceived notions they shatter. Because when I look at the numbers, I feel like, oh,
This is
public is
the
looking at this
bit.
from a very level-headedness kind of thing that, okay,
Absolutely. And
this is it.
I want to interrupt you because there's another surprising slide. People are, despite Congress ki three consecutive zeros, majority of their candidates lose their security deposit. Yet the people of India are still willing to look at the Congress as the main opposition party.
Because they understand there is no other party at the pan-India base. Barkha, that's the irony of it. Even in the worst possible numbers, Congress is still getting every fifth Indian vote for them. With their alliance partner, that number is crossing 40% of the Indians. So that's a very strong number grinding, if number crunching, if you look at it that way. And the 64% number is almost 20% more than the entire opposition bloc's voting intent. That means what? That 20% is also coming from the BJP's bloc, right? Which simply tells you how inherently democratic we are as a society. That there is a very, very, very strong sense of democratization, very strong sense of processes, that we need a stronger opposition to keep the government in check. But if the opposition doesn't rise up to the occasion, they cannot blame the people, they cannot blame the public, they cannot say, "Are ye kehte hain 64%, look at them, 50% still want Modi." Well, you know what? Out of these 64, they still want Modi, maybe, but that is because you are not up there as a good alternative. So you have to actually provide them a good alternative. If you do not provide a good alternative, Barkha, you cannot blame the people. Look at this way. Even in this turnaround round of elections, Hemant Soren managed to win Jharkhand. Hemant Soren managed to deliver a resounding victory for the opposition. How?
Yeah.
Because he stood up to it. He toiled on the ground. He said that I'm going to struggle. He said that I'm going to deliver. And people voted him back. So there are so many success stories across India. Still in the top 5, you see the 5 as the opposition leaders and the chief ministers here, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is the same India, same public. So why blame the public, and why blame the system? Why blame the processes? I think it's high time that opposition has to start looking within. That public pagal nahi hui hai. Public is saying what should be music to the opposition ears. There is economic distress. They are telling you where this government is failing. They are telling you we need a stronger opposition. They are telling you we love these opposition chief ministers because they are working so well. So that ideally should be music to the ears of the opposition, provided they are willing to listen to it.
I want to
Provided
end
they are
with
willing to understand.
absolutely. Now, this takes us to what's happening within the Congress party and Rahul Gandhi as a leader of the opposition. So, the final set of slides is on Rahul Gandhi's own approval rating, which has declined, right? And I think you have. Can I go to the LOP slide, please? You asked the question, how has Rahul Gandhi done as leader of the opposition? Now, look at this. There were 24% that said outstanding in 2024, 25% say that. But look at the number of people who are saying he's done poorly as LOP. That's 27% in your poll. in February 2025. Yet, people seem to recognize that of all the available options within the Congress party, it is Rahul Gandhi. There was a lot of talk about, Priyanka Gandhi. Now she's entering parliament. Is she going to overtake him? Could it be Sachin Pilot's Congress? Sanjay Jha and others have always said, let Sachin Pilot lead the Congress. But that's not what your survey is finding. Rahul Gandhi remains the preferred Congress leader, but his performance as LOP, more people are calling him poor this year than last year.
That I guess there was also a high degree of expectation from him inside
Yeah,
the parliament. But after
yeah,
the Congress went to 99, people expected that they will be doing a real good job and more aggressive and on the ground. I
yeah,
think the damage was done with the assembly results. I think Rahul Gandhi probably continued on the same narrative, thinking that that narrative got him to a 99 tally. And
yeah,
the caste census, and the same rhetoric around it. Uh, they need a serious kind of reality check,
yeah,
that Congress's problem is right now infrastructural. Their party, the rank and file, there is something seriously missing out there.
yeah,
As a pollster, Barkha, I cannot say, looking at the data, how much I was absolutely sure of Congress victory in Haryana. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
I was wrong. I mean, looking at the numbers, reading, I was wrong. So nothing kind of makes me more disappointed than the Congress disappointed me as a pollster. That I had to own up their failure. But when I look
yeah,
at that number and look at what happened in Maharashtra or in Jammu for that matter, uh, or currently in Delhi,
hmm,
I realized one thing, that all these emotion for the opposition and the problems, or the emotion around the failures of the NDA and everything in between, even if there is a substantial chunk of people who say that we want to change, we want to do this, it's like a rainwater harvesting system. Even if it downpours and you do not have a system in place to
yeah,
collect that rainwater and channelize into your check dam, it is all going to, wither away. It is going down the drain. So I think the Congress infrastructure for that rainwater management system is not having, and that's why any downpour of any sort goes wasted.
yeah,
And
got
that
it.
feeling of wastage, which is something which pulls the people further back, and it's an unending process. So rather than anything else, which Sanjay also, by the way, says this again, time and again, Sanjay
Yeah,
Jha, that
yeah,
one has to strengthen the Congress organization. I do not think that is being done
yeah.
on priority level one. So that is something which Congress has to think about.